from picking up a victory against Team Ice in the best of three finals. We just saw LCK obliterate the European LCS, and it's going to be a tough game.
But this very studio has seen a lot of reverse sweeps.
It has. I can attest to that. They're definitely going to want to start it out without the level 1 First Blood before minions spawning. So they can definitely turn that around. Some defensive warding here. Maybe not that invade.
What changes for picks and bans? This time around, EU on the blue side.
You know what? You know what they should not ban and ban Mundo instead? Blitzcrank. I think they might get rid of that one.
That would be a logical assumption.
I mean, they are blue side right now. They can actually just
is the onus
Mundo themselves.
Is the onus on LCK to ban Mundo?
Yeah.
Do we think Amazing will run it?
Yes.
I mean, if you can get if you mechanically gifted enough to get an insect on Faker by using somebody else as a vessel, I'm pretty sure you can play Mundo.
As a vessel. I like that. Well, the first ban out the gates is Mundo, and it is from EU. They do not want to run that at all. Let's see if LCK pivot. They banned out Gangplank, Kalista, and Anivia. Last time round, Lulu and Quinn, the ones that rounded out our team compositions. The brand from Froggen, not the greatest of picks. We might see a slightly different one this time around as well.
And they also had the counter pick for Huni. He got thwarted, obviously, with that first blood pre-minion spawn. But maybe we can see what that impact is actually if the LCK gets a counter pick on Huni this time.
Yeah, you do. So that's the thing for red side. You do get to guarantee which counter pick you get.
Yep.
By choosing which one you're going to pick first. Which solo laner do you throw out to the wolves, and which one are you going to save it for?
Now, Froggen blind pick Brand, so maybe he'll throw himself to the wolves and play another control mage in that middle lane.
Yeah, generally we've been seeing mostly just high damage AoE mages for the mid lane. Not really worried about being counter picked. Quinn does find herself again on the ban list. There's the support Trundle ban as well from the EU.
So first pick, what will it be? Relatively okay in lane, good scaling. You've seen what Huni can do in Fiora as well in the past. Elise still up. Trying to think of what else is there. Thresh, if you wanted to go real old school. What would you first pick, Kobe, if you were in EU shoes?
I would first pick Rammus, because that's my other jungler.
To be a nuisance, right?
Yes, to be a nuisance. Teemo's also a nuisance.
Yeah, Kindred would see a lot of play here, usually. Amazing does have that.
Well, the big thing to me, I mean, a serious answer, Kalista's very high priority for these AD carries, and Kalista is still up. So if EU LCS do not pick Kalista first, I do expect Prey to blind pick the Kalista for LCK.
Definitely. I like seeing Prey's Kalista. He's been playing well this tournament overall.
Definitely strong with it.
Well, no real surprises there on the Kalista at least.
I get a troll answer and a real answer for you.
I like it. I respect that, you know. Have some fun and then throw out the legit. So for Amazing, kind of expect the Lee Sin to be his fallback once Elise is off the table. Could go Kindred.
Yep.
If they wanted to go that route and have it all ranged. But
I mean, the drop really wasn't the issue in either game.
Yeah.
It just boils down to the play and just the gang prioritization overall. You just can't let your mid laner die like that. So you make sure you gank the right spot. You know, Faker this time, he avoided the ganks.
Reckless is talking of a storm in picks and bans, not something we actually see a whole lot from him.
Now, after game 1, Huni actually has calmed down a lot. This opens up communication for Europe.
Yes. It's no longer being strangled by the screams of Huni. Good smile on Niels' face at the very least, despite being roasted by his team during the course of the previous game. So it will be the Lee Sin, it will be the Lucian, so wife steal bottom lane for the EU LCS. Will give them the chance to at least counter pick potentially one lane. Mad Life.
I love Blitzcrank into
It's
Thresh.
Hook City.
I love Blitz into Thresh if you're a good Blitzcrank player. Especially, I still have that Ballista interaction where Blitzcrank can obviously launch the pull. The way that mechanic works is because it only calculates at the position that you're in when the hook connects. And obviously you can't move, but Blitz can move you. You get that really big pull coming out. Hopefully we see a couple of those.
Safe pick mid laner here for Faker, or something relatively safe for Morin? That's a question that LCK have to answer. And with the last second will be Alessandra.
Flex pick.
See, I think...
Got my heartbeat.
That is usually the best approach if you're planning to counter pick. Having a counter clicks and a flex option open is really strong drafting.
Yeah, plus there's extra mind games that go into it since Marin got smashed so hard last time he played Lissandra. They're like, are they really going to send him on Lissandra again?
So was it Rookie, I believe, that played Lissandra mid? Was definitely a different beast than Lissandra top.
Yeah. Great target selection for Rookie. We'll see whether or not Faker or Marin can pull off the same. And what EU are going to run into this? Now, it was Hecarim last game as somewhat of a counter to the Fiora. Fiora's still up and available, as is the Hecarim. Froggen played for long enough to know the power of Kassadin.
Yeah. Hecarim into Lissandra is
horrible.
Not cool though, so I don't feel like Huni will opt into that.
Very, very fun to see Froggen play Kassadin overall in terms of trading in the lane and just making sure that he always uses Q on the enemy and uses that as zone to walk up and farm. Watched a lot of Froggen stream. Know how he plays that Kassadin.
We also watched a lot of Kassadin here already that did not spam Qs on the opponent.
Literally tilted me.
We also saw a lot of missed force pulses from Kassadin.
A lot of people miss force pulses sometimes.
I miss force pulse in the off-season all the time. But for Huni, he will play Jax. It was the champion that he first played against North America here at All-Star. Got his Rage Blade up, and as Double have said, Huni 1v5'd us.
Yes, the difficulty is getting to your Rage Blade. This is 5.23, so the combine cost has been increased a bit. But once you get it...
Oh, do it. The crowd wants to see it.
Some pressure here because I'm sure Marin would like to pick something else into that Jax rather than the Lissandra, but Faker doesn't really want to play the Lissandra Kassadin matchup. Sounds like a horrible matchup. Sounds incredibly easy for Kassadin.
Like, oh yeah, you leave my team, huh?
Yay! We have Mad Life playing Blitzcrank and Faker playing Dead.
Marin's like, give me that. I'm going to take it then. We'll see how they end up with all the swaps.
Yeah, Marin's like, you're not getting that champion.
Yeah. You think it's pretty funny, huh?
Well, let's talk about the matchup, because the Kassadin to Zed going to be a little more difficult here for Froggen.
Yeah.
And we were expecting to see more Zed throughout 523. So there's still time. There's still time.
Can't be.
It would be the mega troll if Mad Life decides to go mid with Zed, but no, I'm not expecting that. And they have actually swapped now off camera.
Yeah, I actually like this a lot because the Zed into Kassadin matchup has gotten even better than it was before, because before you could, deviate in your Kassadin build and go for the armor items like the Zhonya's, which is really good on him anyways, but Zhonya's has had its cost increase really, really significantly, even more than the other AP items, so it's even more rough for the Kassadin to try and change his build and go more armor items. He could go all the way back to the old boy build and get with the Iceborne Gauntlet Kassadin. Try that one on for size.
The good old tank Kassadin too.
Yeah.
The good old days. But yeah, very, very couple of crucial matchups here that can tilt either way very quickly. So my eyes will definitely be on Amazing and Score and see how they influence the early game. We've seen examples of how that can turn out against Faker, with Faker in the last few games, or what happens when Amazing does hit the mark on those ganks or when he doesn't. So a very interesting matchup.
Well, this could be the last Summoner's Rift battle of All-Star from LA. Europe and Team Ice need to pick up a win to force the deciding battle. Maybe it will lean on Froggen's Kassadin or Huni's Jackson, whether or not LCK and Team Fire can put up some form of answer to that split-pushing Jax.
Both teams have strong elements for level 1. Blitzcrank good pull, but obviously Jax can always opt to start with Counter-Strike there. Be annoying, so LCK panning out.
No shenanigans this time round.
No
deep vision either.
Wonder if they go camp for the Blitzcrank matchup, because it does have a really nice power spike on level 2 if you do a camp first, because you don't really get bullied that much early.
Yeah, I mean, plus it's also nice to go gank 4 Thresh lanes because of the Lantern assistance for your ganks, but there are so many choices, as you went over, for the junglers. You really want to, if you're LCK side, keep Jax down, keep him away from the Rage Blade as long as you can, or if you are Amazing, get him ahead of obviously. Lane swap. We haven't seen. First one all tournament long.
I mean, it's obvious very few teams want to opt in a lane swap when there's communication issues, when you're people from like different teams playing, but
at this point they are one team.
When things get serious as well, we'll just out macro them. I think it's the correct choice though. Opening up Mad Life to Roam and Blitzcrank. Kalista can bully Huni if he does end up in the lane 1v1 with the experience disadvantage.
Now there's options.
Yeah.
They get more
Finally.
or less for the junglers. Fake and Frog, and they're going to go toe-to-toe in this middle lane.
Yeah, things to watch for seeing any caster in play is obviously use as many Qs on the opponent, so otherwise you will get out-sustained anyways. Just want to get the harass corruption potion, and then the auto attack reset on the W. Always auto W, never just press the W first. Just keep in mind.
So, Huni holding Amazing's hand in the jungle. They're still doing that double jungle. Reckless has got the support of Kasing. They're looking for Marin, who is still level 1. The Flay will follow the Flash. But they burned the Exhaust for that. So Exhaust for Flash, I think he'll be happy.
And he's pushing, no? Must be.
Yeah, it's pushing.
Rex is actually choosing to push in the wave in the bottom, so no freeze there. I'm not going to try and deny Marin CS. That usually leads to a 4-man dive. So I would say score coming over. No teleport.
Huni's still level 1 though. They didn't share full experience on the blue buff. Huni
Mad Life.
actually left early.
Mad Life way too late though on the base. Waited for level 2.
So this is a 3v2 for the time being. Amazing's coming up through the river, and he will find his way into the tri-bush. Has used the safeguard already. 4 versus 2. Look for the skill shots. Kasing cannot afford to miss. And have taken enough time that Mad Life is getting closer. Death Sentence finds score. He's level 3. So he's going to repel up. 2-man counter-strike as Kasing is going to flash away. First blood secured by Amazing. And Reckless makes it out alive.
Score came down so quickly. Huni still had counter-strike up, and he just got stunned for free there. It was going to be used just on Marin, but a clean first blood for the EU LCS this time around. And they punish Marin. No summoners now for him. Huni, though, still level 1 because he didn't share any experience on the double jungling that they did.
Seems like LCK forgot how to lane swap. My Life could have based way earlier, could have been under a tower, and then that would have put EU in a very, very precarious position. But overall, they get the textbook answer to the lane swap, which is dive the other side. Completely for free.
Morgan farming up as best he can. He's down 10 CS. Oh, Reckless. Reckless steps into vision. Oh, Mad Life.
What? He's getting
late. Yeah.
Low on the rocket grab.
Back in season 2.
Nobody expects the face check, see?
Yeah, but the ward dropped, so the reaction ward from Mad Life was actually way too late.
Take a look at the middle lane. Faker's in trouble, Kobe. Death Sentence from Kasing. Wide swing, connect! Faker does have Living Shadow. Not enough energy, and that's another easy kill. Mad Life will get turned.
That's how you predicted. Any Thresh would go for the I want to Mad Life Faker. No, you just aim straight. Let him outplay you.
Double psych. Ooh, Huni takes a tower shot. Prey will rend. Huni's forced to flash, and the Pierce gets the kill. Mistake from Huni.
Yeah, that's going to be a
Costly mistake.
very big Kalista up top side. Let's see if Mad Life is going to walk into this and have to burn. Nope.
No,
They're well aware.
Don't talk too soon.
Oh, he has backup. He's faking it.
There's support, but will he be alive long enough? The passive from Blitzcrank will help. Cocoon connects on Amazing.
Yep.
And even though the death sentence follows.
You thought I was face checking. Acting.
Gets the Grammy and a kill for Team Fire.
That's the worst. When the support face checks and you think it all works out, and then you see the little icon from the jungle come up and you know you've been bamboozled.
It was perfect too, waiting just out of Fog of War, so they thought, maybe we just miscalculated. Why is he taking so long to get here? He must have routed somewhere else, but he was actually waiting for the teammate.
My pop culture references have been called out by production. It's an Oscar for acting. Thank you, gentlemen.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
You should have. You should have. Don't let that slide.
How is that pop culture, anyways? That sounds like
Because I don't watch any of that, and I don't watch who gets the awards either. So,
Alright.
you know, it's like
Maybe you
that's like mainstream.
Ooh.
I watch all
Baker also
stars.
getting old.
Big again. Oh.
Been a long day.
Froggen is first to 6 here.
It's only down
CS.
9 CS. That's okay. That's very much so acceptable in this matchup.
He did get the advantage of the gank squad coming through very heavily for his side.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. No, I lied.
Take a look at Amazing, making his way up through the river.
What are you sitting duck here?
While scores up top as well. Let's
Even
find out.
CS though.
He's still got that corrupting potion. Score comes out for Marin, but does not follow it up, and the junglers are about to go toe-to-toe. Amazing walks over a ward, finds the Cocoon. I think he's in trouble now, level 5, and he does manage to safeguard out. The repel will allow Score to get the kill, and now Hooney's in trouble. Ice shots will fire the first slow. Hooney's burning. One more auto attack. The counter-strike keeps him alive. The potion heals him up, but the Cocoon knocks him down. Down in the bottom lane, Reckless and Kasing got themselves a 2v2 and got themselves 2 kills as well.
Wow, the outplay down bottom for Reckless and Kasing, but so much acted. We missed the mid lane kill. Faker strikes.
This is not the Observer's fault when 3 lanes fight at once.
All right, replay number 1. Let's see what happened here. Prey.
All right, he just got way too close to the brush there.
All right, the outplay.
Yeah. Ooh, that was actually an outplay right there, though. That did earn them the extra kill. Faker goes all in. Flash as well.
Outplay.
So good.
Nice long lane right there.
Faker gets his first solo kill in that lane. Picks himself up the hammer, straight to dirt. Comes back with that advantage, and LCK, despite the bottom, they're still marginally, the bottom kills rather, they're still marginally in the lead.
Yeah, before all the solo lane kills, or bottom side of the map kills started breaking out, I wanted to commend them for their...
Hold that thought there, Kobe, because Hooney's in trouble. Counter-Strike is going to stun up Marin, but the Cocoon will lock him down, and this will just be another easy kill. The tower shots made it a little scary.
It was right into my story. They're focused on Jax, keeping him down, keeping that Rage Blade from being completed. You notice that Score first, on his first path towards a lane that he wants to camp, just places a bunch of vision and places some true sight there that he can then come back to and work around. He visits the Krugs while waiting with his pink ward there. So then even when Amazing does come, he gets the jump. Elise is all about working with that Fog of War. You get the whole combo with Elise, that's when you have such a big advantage. Cocoon into full burst combo.
And more importantly, keep your Jax down, but also if there's any player you want to do that to, it is Hooney. It has been a familiar strategy against him overall.
And when Hooney has troubles, he does tilt. We've seen it a few times in the
Allegedly.
past.
Same story from last game, though. Reckless is the shining light for the EU LCS squad. Doing some work down bottom along with Kasing.
That was a really good flash there. It could have turned that around because if the Blitzcrank lands the Fate Skull, it's knock up into point blank hook, and then Reckless would have been dead.
Kasing may be the one that gets deaded. There's LCK roaming around. Cocoon, knock in the air. Yes, finds a connection as well. There's no Raptors to fall to. And it's Faker that even picks up the kill credit. And that's a great move here from LCK. They've roamed, they've not dropped the pressure. Gonna force Froggen to think twice about this farm.
Yeah, I mean, you can heavily pressure a Kassadin under turret. Make him back off, but they decide to roam top instead. Targeting Hooney once again. Wave pushed. Everybody comes top.
Slow down. You hear the power and the speed draining.
It's like, I'm out of here.
But look at this. Okay, so Amazing's recalling. There's no support for Hooney, and Score is back. Hooney does have his flash available. Gets rooted by the Ring of Frost. Still has used it, but that's just too much CC. Death Sentence will pull Score under the tower for a few more hits, and Kasing will not be able to kill him just yet. Amazing has found Mad Life with the double buffs. Froggen is going to continue to chase. Kill is just for Amazing solo. As does Kasing get the shutdown for the team onto Score. So this is keeping the gold even.
Yeah, by the way, shutdowns now are global, so it's not bad if your support does get the shutdown. Not all of the extra bonus gold is going straight to him.
Yeah, well, everybody's roaming. Reckless was actually going to probably win that 1v1 in the bottom, so he actually does take the tower down, now moves to the mid lane. Essentially roam there.
Does top tower fall as well? 3 members of EU are up there.
Faker's doing work on mid, though, so a lot of outer turret damage going down right now.
Faker's going to get that to below half hit points. The European squad of Team Ice, they will secure the tower, so gold advantage to EU.
Hooney just did a good job buying time. He juked everything as well as he could. There was no way out of there for him. The only influencing factor is how many summoners that he could burn in the process and how much time he could waste. Kasing just arrived in the nick of time, dealt with Score under the turret, and Amazing somehow got a hold of Mad Life, and that was a very costly play here, very telegraphed roam too. They showed in the mid lane, then went to the top lane, so there was no surprise factor whatsoever there.
The thing is, though, why we highlight this strategy of keeping the Jax away from Rage Blade as long as you can so much is because it's a full offensive item. So even if he does end up completing it, it's so hard to get to use that item and stack it up on your melee attacks because he's going to be so squishy. Lissandra's great at 100% bursting to zero. Elise is great at 100% burst to zero. Even Zed is great at that. So it's going to be so hard for Huni to actually play League of Legends this game, being so far behind. EU LCS are going to have to, scuttle him around the map, try and usher him over to the open farm, and hope that he doesn't go down in the process.
Faker, strongly assassin. That's usually what we see from assassins being put in the side lanes. Very hard for somebody to deal with 1v1. Then again, with the proper vision, warrants more people bottom, leaves the rest of the map exposed. You can roam.
I like the fact that all of the assassins and all the damage means that these fights are going to be very punishing. With the even gold, EU could make some damage.
Yeah, EU are going to have to start sacrificing things for Huni's farm, though. They want to get him the free farm, but that means 5 members of the LCK squad can pressure other objectives. So they're giving up pressure on mid. Maybe they'll give up Dragon. And instead, they do get a flash here.
Right, good death sentence from Kasing. Pray with the respect flash.
Usually, if the top lane is freezing and you lose control of the other side of the map of your jungle, especially against a pick like Blitzcrank that can flash hook even with the Fate Skull interaction, that is incredibly risky path to take, though.
Yeah. So it's going to cost at least Dragon, maybe bottom turret, and mid lane turret's about to get knocked over, so.
Huni needs to start pushing because Faker's making work of that bottom tier 1, and he will not stop. He's going to continue pushing into the tier 2, and there's still pick potential in the mid lane here.
There really is. Glacial Path is fired. Morin does not follow. Mad Life looking for the Rocket Crab, but the sad Siren means he can't get in range.
Yeah, these are
take the tower.
conscious sacrifices by the EU LCS squad.
Amazing wants to look for the flank. Froggen's gone forward. The Force Pulse is onto Bray, and he is extinguished. Tower is secured by Faker, but it's a shutdown onto Morin and a double kill to Reckless.
Yeah, and the main difference is LCK is now ready for aggression. They assume that EU is just going to play passive because they're freezing in the top lane, and they just find a beautiful opening because LCK
Faker's bottom, that's
playing
why.
too far forward, but yeah, Faker's doing the exact same thing in the bottom.
Reckless. Whoa! That was almost a prediction from Mad Life as well. Didn't connect this time round. Faker's backed away, so a good chunk of damage onto that outer turret, but even gold still.
No.
And that's actually exactly what the LCK want. They want to trade a split-pushing, underfed, under-leveled Jax for the split-pushing 2-kill, highest CS in the entire game. Well, not Reckless has passed him.
Yep.
Faker, but very high.
Yeah, that's what EU wants, not LCK. But yeah,
All the things.
all the things.
All those things I just
Well
said.
farmed.
Jumble them up,
Give them to EU.
play some Scrabble.
But yeah, if you can leave a carry untouched in the side lane, just like you said, and then trade evenly on objectives.
Yeah.
Definitely what you want to do.
Get
Really
some
good
extra
flank.
kills out of it on the
Yeah.
way, then that's just icing on top of the cake. And
Huni.
EU LCS, actually a gold lead.
Yep.
Huni's sitting on 2,500 gold. Has held this wave comfortably.
They're coming for your turret now, though.
Ballista. I want to see the Ballista.
Very long period of time.
Oh.
Oh, come on,
Huni.
Huni, don't get baited by
Yeah.
that.
If it looks easy,
Yes,
don't
Crepo?
don't go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be way...
We're still on a broadcast.
Happy! Hey!
Right, look at the tower.
I had to very carefully choose my words if I want to keep my job.
This will get dropped. Very, very easy. Pray with that Blade of the Rune King. Shoving it down with all the attack speed, denying at least a couple more minions.
Yeah.
And at the same time, Morin shoving down bots, and Froggen wants to at least interrupt this. Rift Walk, as well as the Force Pulse. Not going to chase further.
All right, we'll see how Huni is able to do, since he has completed his Rage Blade, but they don't have something like a Lulu and Orianna pick on their squad to try and keep the Rage Blade user up. Usually when you do have something like that with so much offensive power, trying to assist him in some way.
Mad Life. Rocket Grab, Rocket Grab. Flash! Rocket Grab! Oh, no! That didn't work! You killed Crepo!
That clip right there was so good, even though there were no kills out of it.
No.
We're gonna have to save that one.
Why?
Crepo literally hit the floor.
Why?
Right, tell me
All right.
why in a second. Morin is about to find Froggen, or will Froggen find Morin? The silence, the Force Pulse, the Rift Walk. Froggen's gonna need to chase if he wants to kill. Down in the river, Amazing's got Prey. He's gonna get the slow on him, and a Flash Flay will allow the kill on Prey. Squall's gonna go over the wall to the Raptors, and EU gang up to find a kill.
Yeah, that was the old man's Ballista. He's like, now! Now! No, not now. But yeah, you obviously have to be very timing specific. You need to launch that Fade Skull when the hook is flying. You can't wait to see if it connects.
If it gets all the way back to him, then Reckless is going to be able to flash out of it right there. And he does. Yeah, he did get the flash out of Marin there from the chase. Didn't overextend, though.
Reckless is doing well. Also 1,000 gold. Got that Essence Fever. Faker gets caught. The box is down. No real follow-up after. So trigger finger, a little itchy for Kassim.
Yeah, some restraint there from Amazing, though. Doesn't take it into certain death. Hooney's still
Farming.
freezing here, trying to farm up. He wants to get some extra combat stats before diving in.
Impressive that EU is playing the map this well with 4 people only. Like, Hooney has not been in the game whatsoever for the last like 7 minutes or so.
Usually you give up so much
Yep.
trying to freeze a lane, especially against a squad as strong as this LCK squad. But it's just been, you know, the Dragon and outer turrets.
Just that flank from Amazing in the mid lane. He's really creative in his pathing for Lee Sin that finds himself behind enemy lines and then surprises them.
For EU, they're keeping themselves even, at least starting to hemorrhage and heal the damage done to Hooney's laning phase. He's actually marginally ahead Marin. Marin's got the Hourglass completed. That's going to be problematic, especially considering the rotations and the burst he can already put down on a very squishy EU squad.
It's a lot less danger because Froggen was able to come up with that 1 versus 1 play to burn Marin's flash. It's a huge part of Lissandra to be able to get the flash ultimate off. The claw is so slow for an initiation that it has to be a team effort.
Faker is the problem though. Nobody can deal with it in 1v1. That's why they're sending him back up. They're trying to bait Faker in.
There is a lot of backup. Amazing's got caught by Mad Life and Score. He's trying to get away. Has already used that ultimate, so he's the first victim. Froggen actually used his Ignite, and Faker committed, but no flashes from those mid lanes.
Faker brought more friends. Amazing was outnumbered in the 2 versus 1. Ends up going down. Hooney is finally forced to start pushing just because the minions build up on his side of the map.
And as well, once that bait goes wrong, you need to accelerate the push because otherwise that's when you start losing. When you get a kill down and you're freezing or not pushing quickly enough on one side of the map, you're going to lose too much there.
Yeah, I like this move as well from the EU LCS, moving up towards the top side because second Dragon not going to do a whole lot for LCK, and it would be extremely hard for EU LCS to grab the first Dragon and get that first Dragon bonus, which they do want, but too difficult at this point.
Yeah, they're basically trading vision for an objective, and when Dragon is not worth as much, especially second, that vision can actually be very valuable in the setup for the next tower in the top lane. So definitely instead of doing the sightseeing thing where you go watch the enemy team take the Dragon, move to the other side of the map, get some deep vision, go back bot, set up a push then, and suddenly controlling the entire map.
Now we are getting that really explosive part of the game though. The 2 item power spikes, so big in the preseason. Reckless about to finish. Probably static shiv. Nope. Hand cannon. Ah, 50% chance. Got the wrong one.
Could have cheated, by the way.
Just looked at over at yours.
I knew he was gonna build that.
All right, but everybody is about on their 2 item power spike. There's Prey and Faker as well already.
Look at the bottom lane. This time around, Faker's the one that doesn't have the friends. It's 2v1. Froggen's managed to pick it up, and the death sentence even interrupts Faker. Deathmark comes out, but an easy kill in the 2-on-1.
Perfectly coordinated bait right there.
Yep.
Froggen leading him right into the death sentence and holding onto the Flay till after the Zed ultimate.
You can definitely see the difference in the vision game. A lot more question marks overall. LCK not operating with perfect information. If you need to count the dots. If you don't see them all, you may find yourself surprised. Bad Life take 2 for Ballista.
And there's a teleport coming in from Marin in the river. He's caught Reckless. Reckless gets knocked in the air, and he is shut down. Their team fight will ensue. Remember, Faker is down. This has turned into a 4-on-4. The rocket grab pulls Froggen backwards, and he's forced to flash out to safety. Kasinga's going to kill those.
Whoa, Hooney.
Couple of ghosts, and Hooney decides to re-engage. Cocoon finds him as well, and Hooney unable to kill Prey, overeager.
I thought that was a failed Ballista yet again, where he pulled him out too early this time. He actually
shot him.
He actually shot him out at Lissandra, so it's wrong for Mad Life.
Yeah, I don't know. That choice there for Hooney to try and go in for the all-in on Prey might end up costing them Baron. That was very, very big.
At least pretty sustained, and Faker coming in here with some more damage too. That should be easily doable. Mara can keep them away. Yeah, that will be Baron.
So many stacks. No contest. In the mid lane, it looks like Morin is going to pull some aggression here from Amazing and Froggen. And that's going to be maybe a kill.
flash.
There's support coming from LCK. Morin's able to get away with the flash, and the chase is still up. Glacial Path comes out, and now Froggen is on the wrong side of the river. He turns back around onto Prey. Ignites is not really going to be enough. Amazing actually got himself a kill. He's going to go for a fight, but he will get shut down. We'll come back to the middle lane as Reckless has got the peel away culling. The flash forward, and Kasing gets juked. Deathmore comes down, and the fight continues. Faker gets away with the living shadow. Reckless on full HP. They may take the tower. They will take the tower, but LCK lose 2, gain Baron.
I love the mind games there in that Thresh Zed interaction because there's 2 things that Kasing can do. Either throw it at Faker where he's walking or predict the shadow. Faker goes for the 3rd option, which there's...
Behind door number 3.
Yeah, exactly. There is no play from Thresh that we will be able to catch Zed if you just pop the ultimate.
At the same time, though, it was still, for me, the perfect play for Kasing, because either Faker stands still, he gets hit. He does a shadow forward, he gets predicted.
Or you at least...
Or he ultis on Kasing. If Huni positioned properly, Faker was guaranteed dead there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, indeed.
The crowd agrees.
The crowd around us.
Reckless does manage to make it out. The most farmed member of EU. 3-1-3.
Huni's been making some questionably positioning mistakes in these fights. He definitely could have predicted counter-strike on Faker there. Shouldn't have gone in earlier, so it does seem that Camp to Huni strategy is paying dividends.
Yeah, he has been able to find a farm up, though. The overall team strategy of the EU LCS has been able to get him back into the game, but they definitely need him to come up with a big play right now.
PvE part is good for him.
The PvE, yeah.
So when we start introducing opposite players, there's some issues.
He's going to use that Blade of the Ruined King to get away from the threats of Amazing. Now Froggen is going to face check. He finds Marin, Ring of Frost, locks him down. Glacial Path gets Marin out, and the rotation
Faker's not there.
for
Yeah,
EU, they make it to the bottom lane.
5 EU members down bottom here. Faker's going to make quick work of that turret if they don't send somebody.
Amazing gets caught by the rocket grab after taking Gromp.
Agreed. Lantern was there as well.
One more camp.
So not only do they lose the turret here that we're talking about for Faker, but also an extra kill.
Yeah, split push Baron too coming in.
Coming apart at the seams. Score tries to find the cocoon. The Lantern's already fired. The rest of LCK, look, middle lane being pressured, bottom lane being pressured. Those Baron and Pound minions are going to do work. Mad Life's moving. Here comes Prey.
Still waiting for that Kalista Blitzcrank interaction. Hopefully they go for it.
For Europe,
You think they tried it once, failed, and like, never again?
this is problematic because they don't have wave. They're relying very much on the culling.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They want to get the split push game going was the idea there from the get-go, but...
On paper, the composition does make sense. Scuttlecraft goes down. Huni could match Faker later on in the game on paper, but because he's so far behind and Faker is the one so far ahead, it's actually impossible for Europe to find a matchup that can actually answer Faker, and that's actually spearheading the split push for LCK, because otherwise, with Soundwave into Kassadin, yes, the lanes are switched up, but later in the game, Froggen can easily win that matchup even slightly from behind, and Huni should have been able to deal with Faker, but because the game played out the way it did, very troublesome for Europe.
Yeah, it was actually that last call there from EU LCS to send 5 members to the bottom turret without being able to siege. That cost them this big gold increase for LCK. And Dragon number 3, they continue stacking.
The rest of the European team, they're in the middle lane. They might get surrounded. Reckless is in trouble. There is a QSS available. Instantly grabs it. Takes the Lantern. Mad Life is eating the culling. Huni forced to leap backwards. Counter-strike is used, but he's already down. Prey gets the kill and he's on full HP. Fake is zoning on the backline. Reckless has already used that QSS as Marin is the next victim. Follows the living shadow over the wall. Faker gets the kill. It's a double for Prey on the other side of the fight. And Kasing is being run down. Here comes Prey. He's looking for the triple. Not the auto attacks, and he'll find it. An easy team fight win for LCK.
Froggen, the last man alive, is not going to be able to do much. As you said, no wave clear there. And the LCK are going to be able to capitalize on that with turrets.
Yeah.
Huni actually went for a second offensive item, even being behind like this, and just got blown up. You saw there, all he could do in the fight was Counter-Strike, and as soon as it was gone, gets pulled back in, instantly blown up.
Yeah, good hook by Madlife. EU got pincered. They had to use all their defensive tools to get out of the initial part of the fight, and then the re-engage really solidified why that fight went the way it did. Almost zero return damage. The only person going low there in the end, Madlife, didn't even get picked up by Froggen. Amazing also wasted his kick on support that had no cooldown, so...
Yeah, very big mid-game swing here for the LCK.
Super minions pouring down the middle lane and empowered minions on the side. It's going to make life way more difficult for EU to claw this back. On the bright side, Huni does have his Rage Blade and his Gun Blade, but he's in a 2v1. Let's see if he can get away with this. He's going to get locked down by the tomb. Counter-Strike will prevent some damage, and Reckless is there for a distraction. Amazing. Somehow he's caught in the middle of the river, middle of the jungle, and he's dropped.
They're all venturing into the fog of war here, trying to explore the darkness, and LCK defending their territory. Very risky. FCS Marin. This is a while ago.
This is the fight initially. Counter-Strike does nothing, and boom. That's all we're waiting for. Ballista. Only pulled him like really
Still
2 Teemos, still counts.
Yeah, and then Prey is able to clean up this side, while on the other side, Faker is making quick work of the back line. And Reckless does end up going down as well as Xing.
That ends up being the team fight that could cost Team Ice All-Star 2015.
At this point, throw Huni into a side lane, just have him split push, and hope that he can outplay somebody, because that's what that build is for. If you build double damage items, it needs to be a one-on-one fight.
He can actually outplay Mara now because he finishes the Quicksilver Sash, and the whole reason that Mara actually managed to do well against him is because he kept him at bay. If you can break the CC, jump on him immediately, with some good counter-strike placements, it's actually impossible for Lissandra to E out.
That's a big if on the side of Huni. Vision also in favor of LCK. Amazing. Let's look for the rocket grab. Has a little safeguard away. Baron has respawned as well, so not only do EU have to deal with the gold deficit, the kill deficit, the tower deficit, the vision deficit, it's the threat of Baron. Rocket grab onto Froggen. Let's see if his reactions will be apt. Score's going forward. Mara's teleported in behind. And that was just dirty.
Yeah, good teleport there, but they are stalling, fitting one jungler for the Huni split push right now. They could trade Baron for inhib. Good chase.
How is going to get secured if LCK go Baron? Well, there's Faker to deal with Huni.
They need to counterplay. Huni needs to get out of there and fight the Baron with a numbers advantage. He's actually going on Faker here.
Oh!
Silver Sash is available and has been used. Faker throws out the shurikens. Huni's still looking to fight. Has used the gun blade. And the rest of EU are moving towards the Baron. This Baron's going to get secured.
They don't have any vision in the river. So risky there.
Huni went for the outplay and did not pull that one off. So Baron number 2 secured for Team Fire. Secured by the LCK. That might just be all she wrote.
A very tough spot right now. Really good from LCK distributing their members. Marin in the middle lane, keeping them at bay. Nobody really checking for the Kalista doing the Baron.
Also look at the build here for Score. He's so far ahead on this Elise, 8-1, and he's opted to turn his Aegis. Oh! Marin does get...
Score connects with a cocoon. Now Froggen gets pulled back, but Riftwalk actually puts him to safety. Goes golden for a few seconds longer, and Amazing decides to peace out, but this might be problematic. Froggen goes down as Amazing is moving deeper into the jungle. He's got the mobility to make it out, and Kasing will survive a few seconds longer. Not long enough to do real damage, though. Huni, how long does he commit before he backs? That's the question.
I think he has to go until somebody else revives, because there's no hope for them to defend with only 3 players, so you might as well continue split pushing and see what you can get. But again, Score, he's turned his Aegis of the Legion into a Banner of Command, so they have a Banner of Command Baron buffed cannon minion down there, and the push should go very easily for LCK.
And it does. They've traded inner turrets for inner turrets, cresting 9,000 gold difference. Amazing is still playing in the jungle.
Yeah, they're looking to trade Nexus for inhibitor right here.
Nexus for inhibitor.
That doesn't check out.
If Huni can make that one work. Teleport comes down onto the Nexus turret. The rest of LCK starting to play just a tad safer. Banner of Command, giant tank on the Nexus turrets, and LCK with supers in 2 lanes. Content to play it safe and back away. Amazing. Ward hops over, but he's going to find himself running into Faker and Mad Life. Defensive flash, goes blade popped, and Faker will back out.
LCK still like their dragons.
You and Hooney's already been forced to use that QSS. Cocoon comes down and he's shut down. No tankiness on that Jackson. The assassins of LCK are too far ahead. Faker comes over the wall. Hourglass will be used to mitigate the damage. And the swagger from Faker. He gets the kill. This is the final team fight, I feel, as Kassin goes down. That's a double kill for Faker. Only 2 members of the European squad and Team Ice remain to hold on, but it will not be enough. The LCK Korean All-Stars are onto the Nexus turrets. They've taken one down. They will get themselves some more kills as Amazing goes down. Reckless left standing, it will not matter. LCK will close out the game. They will pick up the 300 points. And Team Fire will be closing out All-Star 2015 as your champions.
Faker stands alone at the Nexus.
One man on the throne.
As everyone dies.
Mad Light just sitting still with that confetti. It's a lot of confetti.
What a game from LCK. What a game from Team Fire. Hugs all around.
너무 심하셨다. 수고하셨습니다. 수고하셨습니다.
What a commanding end there for the LCK squad. Really pulling out the big guns in the best of 3 finals here.
Yep. Just Hooney just couldn't quite get into the game. Reckless like a sing did well though on the bottom lane. Reckless good performance.
Being amazing, had some definite highlights throughout the series as well.
Yep. Just the top side of the map was too hard to deal with. Fantastic effort though from the European team to stay in the match when they were this far down. Remember, we had a pretty close mid game only because EU managed to outplay Korea at the point where Hooney was farming, but then a superior map positioning, macro play came through from the LCK with some nice outplays too. So overall, pretty decent game.
Exciting series, but just great turnaround as well for the LCK squad. They had absolutely everything on lockdown, from pixabans, game plan, execution, and they punished every single mistake that EU.
And here comes the rest of Team Fire.
North America following, as well as LMS. It was a team effort. Everybody won points at different stages. And actually, this is really important as well, because once the competitive season starts, there will be an IP boost. A bigger one given away to Team Fire's regions, NA, LMS, and the LCK. Compliments of your All-Stars. Compliments of the performances and the achievements they've done this weekend. It's really great to see everybody standing on stage together.
Yeah, and every time I see Faker Bjergsen talking, I really want to know what's going on in that conversation.
Takes me back to the days of like season 2 when you would walk into after the games at like a player after party. You would see Alex Siege on one chair, Frog on the other, staring at each other and really talking for 3 hours about mid-lane matchups. Cartus LeBlanc was talked about.
I feel like if you could go listen in and
Just
join
soak
them,
up-
you would become a great mid laner yourself.
Just by standing in that conversation, I managed to go from a silver 4 to a silver 3 mid laner.
What are the secrets? Ah, you killed them.
All-Star champions. Dyrus holding the plaque above his head. The rest of the plaques will be distributed shortly. I think that's fair.
Do a little wiggle.
Ray, so jovial.
So what was the final point score here for Team Fire? 1,075 points to the 875 points accrued over the 1v1s, over the fun modes. Every single player is passing them down the line now, but they will all be receiving their own plaque.
So give me that. No, it's mine. I'm taking this one home,
They
man.
will be getting their own.
All
They
right,
will be
there you
getting their own to hang on on the wall.
Can I hold it?
That's going to be real heavy, actually, to put in your suitcase back home.
Nope. They'll likely ship it.
I
Hopefully.
hope so. Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Don't want to walk to security, sir. Is that you're holding there? It's a weapon.
So congratulations once again to Team Fire, North America LMS, and the LCK. They win the final. To find out more about how they did that, we're going to head over to the analyst desk.
Thank you very much, guys. Fire in the end, 1,075 points and taking home the title, and what a wonderful champion it is, and fully deserved after also that second game out of the LCK. Similar things coming out of the EU squad, and it did go better for them early game, but it still wasn't enough. They just look so coordinated.
Yeah, obviously coordination, big deal for LCK. Lane swap early on, the first one of the entire tournament. We could see that all the things people have been practicing for Worlds were kind of, you know, the level was gone down a little bit. You know, Mad Life was late for his roam down towards the bottom lane to defend it. Huni dies one-on-one top. So a little bit of it like a discount lane swap coming in, but it was still super exciting to watch.
It was actually a very interesting lane swap because the jungle changed to experience. You need the machete to get the max out of it. We actually saw Amazing come to that bottom lane level 3, and Huni was still level 1 with 0 EXP. He just kept starting the camps because he only needed the counter-strike to actually make that tower dive work. And Amazing needed all of his abilities to get the maximum out of it. So I thought it was actually quite an interesting lane swap, but of course Huni gets nothing out of it, and you saw how far behind he got in this game when they shut him down as well.
Yeah, we do see that the Ice Squad there, although they're behind Fire celebrating, they still look happy, because overall...
The trophy, you know.
They don't get the trophy?
No.
No, they don't even get the 1 versus 1 trophy because Bjergsen took that one home.
What this is really all about, though, is the region getting IP boosts.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. We get to just bathe in that free IP now.
North American players can now buy Ashe, and we can practice our skill shot accuracy so that next time we come to national competition, we can do a bit better. But
we need it.
But honestly, like, talking about regional parity and whatnot, like, you know, all start with the World Korea's back on top, right? Amazing players, even when you shuffle up the rosters and whatnot. But also, like, I mean, what an impressive 2015 for Europe, right? Coming in, a bunch of roster changes. You saw Origin entirely made of European players make top 4 at Worlds. You know, Fnatic grabs 2 Korean imports, but even the All-Star squad, where it's mostly European-born, like, look, this is a really, really good continent for League of Legends.
JJ Watt broke his left hand in practices.
And that's, I mean, something to really be proud of for all the Europeans.
And Korea reigns supreme.
I mean, of course, like, at least they're used to it, right?
Yeah,
Like, here's 3 years in a row. Well, Korea won again. Like, and that's good. Right? They're awesome. They're practicing very well. These players are amazing. But, I mean, like, Europe really, really stepped up, and that's super cool.
But it is cool to highlight, though, as you say, 3 times in a row. We had LCK All-Stars, or then the Korea All-Stars when we were in Shanghai. We had SK Telecom reigning supreme in Paris, and now once again here. The tradition continues, but overall, I just think it was amazing to see all the players come together. And in the off-season, a little bit of the stress of Worlds alleviated. It was a very nice atmosphere.
Yeah, I think that this event overall is about celebrating every player that was voted here as an all-star and watching them perform on this stage, whether it was a fun game mode, the one-on-one, or the group play. And this is what it is all about, is every single person on that stage, regardless of who won at the end of the day, it's about these players that you guys voted in.
I absolutely agree. I mean, we had so many, like, fun game modes. The 10 Blitzcrank was amazing, and then, like, all Assassins and all that fun stuff. I personally liked the Ole Damashka, like, Ole being like, hey, I don't have any Russian friends. Damashka's like, I'll be your friend. He's like, I have a Russian friend now. Like, that's just awesome. Like, that, like, melted my heart, and it, like, grew 2 sciences or something.
You don't have one, freak.
I don't have a Russian friend, do I? Somebody's going to tweet me, they're going to be like, I'm Russian.
We're not getting into this.
I mean, overall, the players have fun, the casters have fun, everything. Also really cool to see, though, how teams and players are taking it serious when it matters. They want to show what they can do in, like, the 1v1 tournament, even though there were some fun picks coming in. You don't want to lose. The regionals here, the final as well. I mean, serious picks, serious plays. That's also what we want to see, because people vote these guys in to see what kind of mechanics they have, what skills they can show on the international stage, and we got to see some pretty sick plays.
Yeah, and also, whenever you're competing on the international stage as one of these players, you're usually just, like, arm distance away from the people, and you're saying, you know, we are enemies. Well, you're seeing in the one-on-ones, they're saying, hey, you want to pick this together?
Yeah.
They're having more of that bond, right? And we're seeing these players actually make those friendships that are going to continue to last to the next international event where they meet up again.
Really cool stuff. We can talk about it a little more in a sec, but I do hear that the interview is ready. Dash is standing by with some of your 2015 All-Stars, so let's head inside and listen.
Thank you very much, Shocks. I am standing by with Meteos, Faker, and Homan, who's going to do some translations for us, but two of the victorious members of Team Fire. Faker, I have to come to you first. It all came down to that final best of three, and you guys brought it home for all of Team Fire. So how did it feel knowing that it was all going to come down to your team's performance in that final best of three?
그 올스타전의 승패가 이제 마지막 유럽과의 3판 2선승제에 걸려 있었는데 이제 팀 파이어의 승리를 거머쥐고 있는 그 마지막 판에 들어가기 앞서서 어떤 생각하셨는지 말씀해 주세요.
제가 1대1을 금방 떨어졌으니까 5대5라도 잘하자라는 마음으로 시작했고 다른 팀원들이 같이 있어서 1대1은 제가 못 이기겠지만 5대5는 이길 수 있다고 생각해서 그렇게 했던 것 같아요.
So because I lost so early during the 1v1 tournament, I thought I'd at least play better for the 5v5 match. And because I'm playing my teammates during the regional matches, I thought I could play better and maybe win the game. Yeah.
Well, and that you did. You put up quite a performance there in that final best of three. Meteos, over to you. This is the first time I'm going to get to speak to you throughout this event. You know, I want to know, since we haven't seen you on this stage in a little while, how it felt to kind of rejoin the ranks of these top players and play over the last 4 days.
It was actually a lot of fun for me. I haven't played competitively for a few months, so I was really happy to be a part of this. I did a moderate amount of feeding in some of my games, but you know, it's still a good time. It's just fun show matches.
Yep, smiles across the board on everybody's faces. Back over to you, Faker. On a more individual basis, I mean, you've mentioned that you played in the 1v1. You had the entire regional tournaments as well as a bunch of the other fun game modes. For you, though, what was your favorite moment of the tournament?
그 이제 페이커 선수가 이번 대회 때 뭐 1대1 대회나 5대5 경기 다 많은 것을 언급해 주셨지만 페이커 선수 본인한테는 어떠한 순간이 가장 기억에 남거나 즐거웠었나요?
저는 애니비아로 1대1을 했을 때가 가장 기억에 남는데 그렇지만 좀 져서 아쉽긴 하지만 가장 재미있었던 순간이었던 것 같아요, 그때가.
Even though I lost the game, I enjoy playing the Nivea mirror match with Froggy the most, and I think it'd be the most memorable moment to me.
I think it was one of the more memorable moments for everybody watching as well, to see you two go up against each other, be rock stars, mid laners as you are. Meteos, you stepped in for High and Rush, and so you kind of came late into the party in that regard. However, that didn't stop the amazing support from the fans that you received in the sense that they voted you into the All-Star match. So even coming in late, it just kind of showed how many people, you know, still look up to you as a top player in League of Legends. What did it mean to you that all of those people still, you know, were your supporters and threw their vote in for you to play in that high-level match?
It means a lot to me, obviously, because I've had a decently long League of Legends career, and towards the end, it wasn't going so hot. But it means a lot that the fans still support me, and I hope to keep playing.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to seeing you continue to play. And finally, Faker, as a representative of Team Fire, since this was a huge team event, there were 3 different regions on each team, I want to give you a moment to say whatever you need to say to your supporters, both in the arena as well as around the world, who supported Team Fire on your way to victory.
그 이제 3개의 지역으로 이루어진 팀 파이어의 대표자로서 이제 이번 올스타 이벤트 기간 동안 팀 파이어를 응원해준 모든 팬들과 모든 지지를 보여준 사람들한테 마지막으로 한마디 좀 해주세요.
지난 올스타 때는 계속 다른 팀들이랑 싸우기만 했는데 이번 올스타에서는 다른 팀들이랑 같이 호흡을 맞출 수 있었다는 게 너무 좋았고 더 재밌었던 것 같아요. 그리고 이렇게 팀을 나눠서 응원해 주시니까 저희도 힘이 더 많이 나는 것 같아요.
During the past All-Star events, we were just playing against each other regions. But for this event, it was just having a really fun moment to actually team with them, other regions, and just play together side by side. And I just want to thank all the fans who cheered for us, especially Team Fire. Yeah.
Well, on behalf of all of the fans as well as the broadcast team here, I'd like to thank you gentlemen as well as the rest of the members of each team for giving us such a treat over these last 4 days watching some incredible League of Legends play. Again, congratulations on your victory. It's time now for us to send it back to Shocks and crew at the analyst desk to close out the weekend.
Thank you so much, Dash, and well, great work over the last 4 days and a great interview to close it all off there. I also love that they were keep holding the flags.
Oh, yeah.
It must have been quite heavy, but they did do it, and just nice to hear from them, as wrap-up thought. Faker saying that Anivia moment was my favorite, which I think a lot of fans will actually echo as well.
I mean, that's what I love about Faker as well. He's been basically the best player in the world for like 2 or 3 years now, and still he's so down to earth. He talks with all the other players. He's happy taking these one-on-ones with someone like Froggen, and it's just cool to see like 2 great players battle it out. And of course, Froggen won, so it's a bonus.
I'm really glad they're walking away from this with more connections, and I like the fact that he brought in the idea that we have people who are from different regions on the same team now, as opposed to being against each other in opposition all the time. I think that this is a great event to throw because of that, because pros don't usually get that type of exposure to other professional players on that type of level where we're going to work on a team, even though we're from different regions. So I thought that was really cool.
I like that kind of everyone got something to celebrate, right? We got, even if it was the best of one, EU beat Korea the first time around in the 5v5s. TSM fans got another victory with both Double Lift and Bjergsen up there in the finals. Like, Frog got to do his weird trolley stuff. Like, Kasing got to do his weird trolley stuff and have everyone, like, throw against him as well. So, like, there were so many, like, fun things going on. Like, Madlab got to play as Blitzcrank and Faker Zed. So, like, it was just, like, a whole bunch of things that, like, felt good as a fan of like each one of these players.
Yeah, everybody's happy, and we're about to make one more person happy because throughout the tournament, you guys at home have been voting on the best plays of the year from regions around the globe. And of the 18 plays nominated at the beginning of All-Star 2015, just 6 remain, and you've been voting on your favorite play all day long. And your #1 play of the year comes from the North American LCS, courtesy of Phoenix. Let's take a look once again.
Phoenix in this turret.
Oh boy.
He's pretty strong though. What's he gonna do?
Oh, he got 2! He's gonna get a triple kill! A quadra kill! An amazing play by Phoenix on Azir! The legacy of Shurima is real! Let's see this again.
All right, so they know he has his ult. COG is low. They try and flank from 2 sides. Double with next Smith, he takes so much damage. They don't land the Bard CC. Triple Emperor's Divide into a soldier double. And I don't even know what happened to the last guy. Bard died off on the side as well for the 4th kill. Good lord, Phoenix.
Yeah, fantastic play. Missing the quadra kill, although we heard it like 20 times over the past 4 days.
And you got everything.
Yeah, a lot of really cool things. And it was like fun watching like a year in review of like amazing single plays. My personal vote is still the Marin TP in the mid lane. Not to like dunk on Phoenix's play or anything, but like just like the fact that like there's so many incredibly intelligent players that can make these clutch things when you have a second to make the decision. Phoenix is, of course, mechanically intensive play as well, super awesome. And it's like, I'm glad I get to watch these players play League of Legends for a little
Yeah, exactly. We watched them another full year, and we're going to be turning out the lights on the 2015 season. But the 2016 kickoff is just around the corner. No worries there. Korea's LCK is the first out of the gate, starting on January 13th, and then the European LCS, China's LPL, and the LMS get underway on January 14th. And the North American LCS is going to follow on the 16th as well. So that is a downtime of 2 weeks, kind of 3 weeks, and then we get back in the action. But it's been an amazing year.
I mean, for sure. Yeah. Fantastic World Final, fantastic All-Star event. You guys
fantastic
are pretty cool too.
League of Legends fans at home.
Yep. Definitely. And for them, we have the celebrate of another season of Pro Play. We're going to have a new challenger approaching, challenger in Italy, so keep your eyes peeled as we get closer to the opening day of 2016. Some amazing splash out that as well. Until then, though, we are going to need to sign off. So on behalf of everyone here covering the 2015 All-Star event, thank you so much for joining us. Wow. And until the 2016 Spring Split, we'll catch you on the Rift.
Fire wins!
Good job, everyone. We are the best.
We did it!
Officially. Zyrene, hype man. Wonderful stuff.
I really do like this crowd. People come from even like across the world. We already got 1v5 by Huni.
Counter-Strike is charging. That's a 4-man stun. Bjergsen's already down.
그게 좀 충격적이었어요.
Gets hit and stunned. Ignite. Exhaust is down. He's gonna try to claw his way to freedom, but he's burning. Huni's exhausted as well, and he's just gonna keep going for it. The minions keep attacking. That's it. Ray takes it. GG in 2 minutes.
It's time for our marquee matchup of the evening. Kaboom! It's Froggy! On the red side, a 2-time world champion who always eats his broccoli, Faker!
This is riveting.
You want to play me Lucian 1v1? if you will not ban, I will pick it.
Relics are going to be available. Jumps in, gets the barrier down. There comes the Eagles. Which zone is Florida?
I think the only reason I really beat him was because he was giving me tips.
It's too late for him, Toro. Oh, man! Team Fire ties up the score.
And what's happening on the 1v1 stage up there?
I don't know how I'm winning.
Ignite's down. Exhaust is out. Kasing is looking for it. He got it. Hit. Kasing takes down Uzi. Look at Red.
How did you win that?
There's the ultimate from Fake was on, chasing him down, but the photo is away from Fake.
LCK puts points back on the board here for Team Fire.
Wait, so if you take Lee Sin, what does Amazing play? I would like to play Blitzcrank. Grab and grab, grab, grab.
Oh, here comes Joel. Oh, wait. Oh, the shield. Eclipse strike. Stop it. I don't know. He did it.
He's your lead.
The ignite goes down. Double lift very low. Double lift lives with less than 10 HP.
And it's a retreat from the steal. He's looking for 4. Looking for
我比较喜欢玩刺客角。
Oh, 1v3? This is going to die. Oh my god.
West Door. Good. Triple kill 1v3. Thank you very much.
We're about to get into tandem mode. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this. Can he land the Q?
He landed the E. That one was a new one.
Zestor's got to be careful. Westor goes down.
Fans are rallying behind their favorite players. We've only got 4 contenders left.
Whoa, he's got to the fence. No way.
Hell yeah. Justin what he said.
Trying to force double lift to miss CS, but gets a knockback.
That's it. There's a 3. There it is. Bjergsen, #1.
The war charge is being led by Hooney. Has got the onslaught. He does it defensively. Shockwave finds 2. That's already a kill onto Hooney. And ISO in full retreat. And Team Fire will be closing out All-Star 2015 as your champions.